Hey guys, iJesse101 here yet again, bringing you episode number 14 of my Ipswich Town 20 manager. No, that wasn't my Ipswich Town 20 Football Manager 2011 Ipswich Town playthrough. Episode number 14. In this game, we're going to be playing Scunthorpe. In the last game, as you saw, we got defeated by Reading. But we're back at Portman Road today, so hopefully our home form will continue as good as it has been, and help us get a win that will help us move towards the top echelons of the table. Swansea are still up there looking unbeatable, and in fact it's important to get in the win in this game because our next game is away at Swansea, so I can't see us getting anything out of that game. So this game was really important in my eyes to keep the pressure up on the top teams. But as normal, I won't be talking about the gameplay as much. And as I mentioned in the last episode, the main topic is going to be the managerial merry-go-round that has been happening the last couple of days. First of all, Alex McLeish resigned as Birmingham boss. I can understand why. I mean, getting relegated, but the board did show a lot of faith in him. They said he could keep his job. He is still, I guess I don't know what the fans would think. Of course, I'm not a Birmingham fan, but after winning the Carling Cup, as Thomas Priskin gives it pitch the lead there. After winning the Carling Cup, it's such a massive high, so that should make McLeish's pretty much hero status amongst the Birmingham fans. However, the relegation, will that taint? Well, of course it will taint it, but I'm sure they'd still gave McLeish time, and the board definitely did. They gave him a vote of confidence, saying that he's not going to be sacked. But he decided to resign. I guess he didn't want to manage the championship, and I guess I don't want to say it negatively, but I guess the Aston Villa people were onto him, because that is the rumour at the minute. He is huge favourite to take the vacant Aston Villa's management job. I'm a bit surprised. Well, of course, you would be surprised because, of course, Aston Villa and Birmingham are the big rivalry up there in the Premier Land. And I just couldn't imagine one manager leaving one club for the other. I don't think that is right. I know if an Ipswich manager left to go Norwich, I'd be pretty unhappy, and if a Norwich manager was about to come to Ipswich, I definitely wouldn't be happy. So I can understand the Aston Villa's fans' frustrations about this. But he's got a good track record. Yes, he can play defensively. Yes, he doesn't. He likes to go to it for experienced players more cheaply than exciting young prospects. But I think that's just because he's on a budget at Birmingham. With Aston Villa, he'll have a lot more money to spend, and he's got a lot of talent already there. He's got Darren Bent, he's got Bunhall, he's got Downing. Of course, Ashley Young's on his way to Manchester United, it looks like. But I can see why he was tempted by Aston Villa, and of course, to return to the Premier League can't be sniffed at. So I'm not surprised he went. But McLeish has gone, and now Billy Davies has also left Nottingham Forest. He was sacked, which I think is absolutely disgusting. He's done a great job at Nottingham Forest. In his 2 full seasons there, he's got him into the playoffs both times. I think, especially in the first season, if he had some investment from the board, he would definitely have got them promoted. So he's a good manager. He's definitely one of the best in the Championship. I'm sure he'll walk in straight into another job. But I can't believe Nottingham Forest sacked him. He's with an average side. I know they've got some good players, but pretty much an average side at Forest. He's got them consistently at the top of the table. I went to Forest this season and the last 2 seasons, and we haven't stood a chance. They've totally annihilated us. I can't remember the last time we beat Forest, but he's got a good manager, and I'm sure he'll get into another job. So really harsh sacking, I think. But the reports were that that he may be the favourite for the Birmingham job that McLeish left. So I'm not sure if that's the case. I think it'd be a good appointment from Birmingham. I'm really not sure if it will be him though. I don't know who else. There's a lot of vacant managers. There's so many names been thrown about. I mean, with all the jobs in the Premiership and even the Championship, there's been so many names flying about. So there'll be plenty to choose from for Birmingham. If it's Billy Davies, I think they'll definitely be a force to be reckoned with next season. He's a good Championship manager. They've got basics of a good side, of course. They've got some top quality players in there. I was surprised they got relegated in the first place. They've got people like Ben Foster, Nicola Zigic, Roger Johnson, Scott Dan, Craig Gardner. So they've got a really good squad. They'll definitely be my favourite promotion next season, and especially if they hire a manager like Billy Davis, who's got the championship experience. He knows how to get out of this division. So if they can do that, they'll definitely be my pre-season favourites for promotion. But I'll go over more of that kind of topics when the fixtures come out. I'm going to do an episode in depth over each division with the fixtures, where the title could be won, as I mentioned in the last episode. So I hope you all looking forward to that. So with this managerial merry-go-round, the Nottingham Forest job has already been filled. That's been filled by Steve McLaren, former England and Middlesbrough manager. He spent the last couple of years abroad, but he's free now, and he has joined Nottingham Forest. And understandably, it's a bit split. What I've seen on Sky Sports News of the Forest fans, some of them remember him for his great work at Middlesbrough, where he got them into Europe, nearly won the UEFA Cup, and remember that he actually has been an England manager, so that the stature that comes with that. And of course the other half remembers that what he did with England when we didn't qualify for Euro 2008. He become this whole Wally with a brolly type figure. So that is really I can see why they're split on it, but I personally think it's a really good appointment. He's got the experience in club management. He's definitely a better club manager than he was international. So I definitely think he'll be able to do a good job at Forest. But of course the investment will be needed. The Forest board have come out saying that the fact that they didn't support Davis is untrue, although I think it's clear to see that they didn't support him. They didn't. If they gave him just some, I think Marek Matyowski was their only real major signing for 2 years, and that's just not good enough. You're going to need more than that to get out of this division. That's why Billy Davis did such a good job at Forest with limited investment. So Steve McLaren will go in there. I normally put Forest high up in my table when the season starts. This season I'm not so sure. I'll have to wait and see who they spy in the transfer window. We'll have to see McLaren signing. Maybe he'll bring some players over from Europe with him. That could be interesting to see. Maybe give them a European flair. That could be really interesting to see. I'm not the biggest fan of Forest myself, but I think they're a good side. They've got a great history, of course, with the 2 Champions Leagues under Brian Clough. So if they can get some decent players in, they've got the crux of the squad there. They've got a great goalkeeper in Lee Camp, 2 solid centre backs, and the midfield is good as well with Lewis McGugan, who I think is a brilliant player, definitely one of the best midfielders in the Championship. So yeah, that's good for Nottingham Forest. So at the moment, I'm just leaning for my top 2 in the Championship next season to be Birmingham, and not really sure number 2. I'll save that till for my episode on the fixtures when they come out, until I give that away. I'm really not sure yet. I'll have a look when the fixtures come out, look at the full division lists. But I definitely think at the minute, if Birmingham can get an experienced manager in, I definitely think they'll be huge favourites for automatic promotion back up to the Premier League, which I think they need. That's going to be messed up for them in their fixtures next year, because they're going to be in the Europa League. So that means they'll be playing on Thursday nights, which means they won't be able to play their Championship fixtures on the Saturday afternoon. So they'll either have to play them on the Sunday or Monday without a fixture on the Tuesday. And in the Championship, you do have a lot of Tuesday fixtures. So it's going to be, I'm not sure what they're going to do. It's going to be really hard for them, especially in the Championship. I can't remember the last side that was in the Championship and in Europe. I think it may have been Millwall when they reached the FA Cup final. I'm not 100% sure. But you can see there, and stoppage time winner from Thomas Priskin to get his hat-trick. I've mentioned it loads of times before that I'm not a biggest fan of Priskin in this series, but a great hat-trick here against Gunthorpe to rescue the 3 points, which, as I mentioned at the start of the episode, was crucial, especially with the next game coming up is away at Swansea. But we get the win thanks to Thomas Priskin single-handedly winning us that game. Poor defending. But we are at the minute 5th after 11 games with 22 points. 2 points a game, not too bad. Some tough fixtures coming up though, as I said, with Swansea. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Next game will be that Swansea game, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Later, guys.